And there's a big difference between Afghanistan and Iraq for the operation.
Absolutely. We talk about that all the time. I've never been to Iraq, and that seems like a very conventional yet unconventional war.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. We never really talked about if you can identify the enemy. It's probably more difficult. It's probably difficult, but in Afghanistan, it's just local people. They don't have an army or never had an army. So, the terrorists look like civilians. I'm sure you have the same problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't. It's difficult to tell the civilians apart from the terrorists.
Yes. Yes.
So.
But in Afghanistan, it is very underdeveloped country.
Yeah.
He talks about he lived in cities.
Yes.
Or been through cities where they don't have big cities in Afghanistan. They do, but it's we make light of it. But have you ever seen the Flintstones, the cartoon Flintstones?
Flintstone.
Fred Flintstone. Well, they live in stone houses. Mud and stone houses. Very, very old.
Yes,
very,
yes, I see that.
Yeah, it's very rudimentary and
no building, but
no buildings.
House.
I mean, nothing like this.
Yes, yes.
Not even brick, just
Mud.
just mud and rocks.
Yes.
So very different in that aspect.
For the infrastructure, it was very different. So I imagine it was difficult for you to find the water, to find the food, and perhaps in Iraq it's more, it's less difficult to find water and food.
Yeah, we didn't really have a problem with that. Now, it was a problem for the civilians in the area, and that's some of the missions that we did was to bring them water and food.
Yes.
But as far as being in the army, the army supplies us with everything.
No, you have the supplies.
Yeah,
yes.
Where I was Bagram Airfield, which was an old Russian airfield during the Russian campaign.
Yes.
Excuse me. And we cordoned off the airfield, and we had a big power plant there that would provide power.
Yes, yes.
However, it would go out every once in a while, but nothing that I can complain about.
You eat the same thing that you eat in America, so I imagine.
Kind of.
Not, it's not the same. You have
Not
the
as
same
good.
hamburger, but I imagine.
Yeah, we don't know really what it was, but it tasted like hamburger, so it was good.
They tried. The American contractors bring in workers from Pakistan or Kuwait or wherever, and they bring them in to cook for us and help us.
Yes, yes.
And they do a good job.
Yes.
I think a lot of our food was actually brought in from like Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, wherever they got their food from is what was flown into us.
And then a lot of the time, since I was training the Iraqi army, we would eat with the Iraqis. We eat the Iraqi food.
And you was often in contact with the population.
Yes.
Yes. How was this contact?
It was tense at times.
Yes.
Because we would go out and we would speak with town mayors, governors. They called the sheikhs, the elders of the tribe, whoever's in charge, and they would want us to do stuff that we wouldn't necessarily be able to do, and same for us. We would want them to do stuff that they can't do.
Right.
So it was tense, but we all tried to cooperate to, accomplish the mission, because they didn't like the terrorists either, because, they're killing their own children and husbands and wives, so they were trying to help us.
Yes. You was in contact with officials, with boss and officials, but with the population, with the men of the street.
Oh yes, we'd patrol through the streets and stop different people and talk to them, and people would come to us with information, and we'd interact.
Yes, yes.
The Afghani people were great, very supportive.
Yes.
At least the ones that I saw were very supportive. They seemed to enjoy having us.
It was very dangerous for people on the street to come talk to us, because if anybody saw them talking to us, even if they were just saying hello, they thought they were giving information. So it was dangerous for them to even come say hello to us.
Yes.
I have been on patrols, and I have been attacked. And it was definitely an experience that I'll never forget. Probably not life-changing, but changes your whole view, your perspective on life, and then what's important, I guess. However, that's what we're trained to react to. So you just do your job, and
It's a hard experience or a good experience for you?
It's difficult. It's a difficult experience,
Yes.
but you have the opportunity to learn a lot about yourself, and I wouldn't say it was a bad experience. It's not something that I would necessarily want to do again.
Right. I'm not asking.
Yeah,
I'm not asking to be shot at again. However,
it's interesting.
For example, what kind of skill have you improved in Iraq or in America of yourself?
Well, trying to work with the Iraqi army has taught me a lot of patience.
Yes.
You have to learn, and it helps here because I'm training young cadets, college students to become officers, and I was teaching the Iraqi army the same thing. So
Yes.
it helps me with my patience. It helps me with my communication because it was difficult for us to communicate because they don't speak English. We had to use interpreters, and you have to be very clear when you're talking to them. But yeah, and just general leadership, being comfortable in charge of people and knowing what you're supposed to do when you're in charge of people.
Do you think the people here now give you more respect when they know you was in Iraq or you was in Afghanistan?
Every day, I have people come up and say thank you.
Yes.
So yeah, there's a lot of respect there, and I'm sure there are people out there who don't agree or are unhappy, but
Yes.
for the most part, I think people definitely give us more respect.
I would say people appreciate.
Yes.
Are very appreciative of what we do and what people continue to do
Yes.
overseas.
Yes. And do you know some friends of you that who die in Iraq?
That
That
who
have-
are dead in Iraq? Yes.
That have died.
Yes, they have died in Iraq.
yes.
Yes. And have you seen their family here, perhaps?
I haven't got a chance to go visit family.
You don't visit their family?
I haven't yet, just because they're not from here. They're
Yeah.
from all over the country.
Yes.
But I hope to one day be able to visit them. Yes.
You think visit their family?
Yes.
Yes. Because you have some message or some pictures or some...
Not necessarily that any message,
Hmm.
just to say hello and see how they're doing
Yes.
and check, make sure they're okay.
Yes.
I think they would like to hear from their friends.